10 great places in Fayette County. Throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, there may be no other county with more history, sights to see, and fun things to do than Fayette County. Travel with us as we show you 10 of these places within Fayette, and you'll see why it's a destination people return to in every season. The Great Allegheny Passage is a biking and hiking trail and one of the most scenic experiences in Pennsylvania without a car. This 334.5-mile route extends from Pittsburgh to Washington, D.C. Bike riders enjoy a smooth ride over crushed limestone, and the average grade is less than 1%. Mostly built on abandoned rail beds, the trail drops 1,754 feet in 24 miles to reach Cumberland. And going west, it drops 1,664 feet in 126 miles to reach Pittsburgh. The grading of this trail makes it a family-friendly experience because of the ease of ride and hiking. Along the way, stop by Connellsville for the night at any one of its unique bed and breakfasts. Downtown, Artworks Connellsville is an outlet for regional artists to showcase and sell a variety of arts and crafts. Next door, the Connellsville Canteen and Miniature Railroad has a World War II museum with rare, authentic memorabilia, and walls are covered with personal stories of local World War II veterans. It also houses the famous Indian Creek Valley Miniature Railroad, created by Harry Clark. Open to the public on Saturdays, it's considered one of the best miniature railroads in the United States.
I get around on my bike and my feet.
The Connellsville Canteen seats 48 people.
The gray sky above is frozen in time. Nothing left of the reason, the rhyme. I couldn't see it, I was in the sunshine.
And can be rented and catered. It is the perfect atmosphere to host functions in an intimate setting. You might even catch a show there as well.
Had a good life, wish I'd known at the time. Well, I couldn't see it, I was in the sunshine.
Fayette County has a storied past, all the way back to the founding of our country. Over 130 years ago, the author Franklin Ellis wrote a book on the history of Fayette County. He stated, "There are within the state of Pennsylvania very few counties whose boundaries include ground more historic." It was here, within what is now Fayette County, that George Washington fought his first battle, and here he made his first and last surrender to an enemy. The United States was forged out of the war fought in this county, and the first battle was at Fort Necessity.
This is Fort Necessity National Battlefield. It's the site of the opening battle of the French and Indian War, and it is the site of George Washington's first military experience. The French and Indian War is a war that led directly to the American Revolution, and here young George Washington learned the lessons of warfare that helped him lead the American colonists to independence in the Revolutionary War.
Just 11 miles west of this battleground is the largest cave in the northeastern United States. Located in the Laurel Mountains, Laurel Cavern sits at a lofty 2,600 feet above sea level and offers over 3 miles of explorable caves.
We are the largest cave in the northeastern United States. We have over 50,000 visitors a year. We have programs that will take care of people who are interested in caving, rappelling, forestry. We are the only cave in the United States, actually maybe even in the world, where our biggest and best rooms are left totally in their original state.
From the visitor center, On a clear day, skyscrapers can be seen breaking the horizon from downtown Pittsburgh, over 50 miles away. The Albert Gallatin Estate. Fayette County is host to many historic homes throughout its 798 square miles. One of the most prominent is located at the Friendship Hill National Historic Site. Here you'll find the home of Albert Gallatin. Mr. Gallatin is remembered for serving as Secretary of the Treasury during the Jefferson and Madison administrations. During his 13-year career as treasurer, he purchased the Louisiana Territory and funded the Lewis and Clark expedition. His restored estate at Friendship Hill offers tours and a yearly fall festival celebrating his life and legacy.
This was his home that he built to live in as a farmer when he got involved in politics. What's occurring today is our annual event called Festifall. It happens during the latter end of September. It's a two-day event as a means of raising funds to help with the ongoing work of preserving and telling the story of Albert Gallatin here at Friendship Hill.
Falling Water. 16 miles north of Connellsville, in Mill Run, Pennsylvania, is another prominent estate called Falling Water. It was the home of Edgar and Lillian Kaufman, owners of Kaufman's department store in Pittsburgh. The Kaufmans, with their only child Edgar Jr., made the Laurel Mountains their weekend home. Lovers of the outdoors, in 1938, they hired famed architect Frank Lloyd Wright to design this home. Today, it is a National Historic Landmark, which was designed by Mr. Wright to stretch over a 30-foot waterfall. It is protected by 5,000 acres of pristine woodland and is considered by many as a modernist masterpiece of architecture. Falling Water continues to intrigue over 160,000 guests each year. Kentuck Knob. Ian and Bernadine Hagen were friends of the Kaufmans and shared their love for the outdoors. In the mid-1950s, they too hired Frank Lloyd Wright to design their home, only 7 miles from Falling Water. Named Kentuck Knob, the founders of Hagen Ice Cream would live here for the next 30 years. The view from this property is breathtaking. And this home, like Falling Water, was designed to be integrated with nature and appears to be part of the mountain itself. Lord Peter Palumbo purchased the home in 1986, and he and his family opened it to the public for touring in 1996. Ohiopyle. Head north for 9 miles, and you'll find 20,500 acres of rugged natural beauty. Ohiopyle State Park serves as the gateway to the Laurel Highlands. Traversing through this park is the Youghiogheny River. It provides some of the best whitewater boating in the eastern United States. The lower Yaugh has Class 3 and 4 whitewater for experienced boaters, while the upper Yaugh has Class 1 and 2 rapids for beginners. Each section offers guided trips. Within the park, there is much to do. Throughout the small community, there are restaurants and shops, kayak and raft rentals, and yes, bike rentals too. The same Great Allegheny Passage that brings bikers and hikers through Connellsville continues into the Laurel Mountains and makes its way into Ohiopyle only 17 miles later. Cucumber Falls is stunning and picturesque. Not far from the Youghiogheny River, the tributary that feeds these falls never fails to impress. It is especially beautiful in the fall season. Year-round beauty and fun can also be found at Seven Springs Mountain Resort. Also located in the Laurel Highlands, Seven Springs is an all-season resort located in Champion, Pennsylvania. This family-friendly resort offers something for everyone. Perhaps you're up for the challenge of its mountaintop golf course, or gliding along the ridge on the zip line. Each year, Seven Springs hosts over 1 million overnight stays. It's easy to see why so many people enjoy this resort. From horseback riding to the luxurious Trillium Spa and restaurant, this stunningly beautiful resort seems to have every amenity. Each year, as the snow begins to blanket these hills, the activities continue with the finest skiing and snowboarding in Pennsylvania. There is no end to the fun and relaxation at Seven Springs. As you can see, Fayette County has so much to offer. The Great Allegheny Passage and historical stops at the Connellsville Canteen and Railroad, as well as Fort Necessity. Laurel Caverns, the estates at Friendship Hill, Falling Water, and Kentuck Knob, and the exhilarating beauty and fun at Ohio Pile and Seven Springs. These sites are only starting points, as there are many more amazing places to see in Fayette County. Log on to FayetteTrust.org and begin to plan your trip today. Bring a camera. It's the perfect place to create lifelong memories.